How do people in church see you, when they see this guy is playing in the bars and the clubs and all this, and then on Sunday you're now in church?
I don't know, the way I'd respond to it, I mean, didn't Jesus preach to prostitutes? And,
very true, yeah.
Was he not among sinners?
Exactly.
How do we expect to save people if we don't, we're supposed to be the light in the darkness, among the darkness, right? So
preach, my guy, preach. When you said you want to pursue music as a career, how did they receive that?
Like I told them, I wanted to be a terrorist. How do you think they took it? They didn't take it. Music is deeper than that. It's bigger than that. And we all have a duty as musicians to continue to spread that message that music is not only the devil's playground. It's also it actually belongs to God.
True.
It's the voice of God.
Yeah.
There's no higher calling than being a maker of music.
I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BM Studio Session, and this is our 4th episode. And today we've got none other than the stylish. He's the hitmaker, and you see why we call him the hitmaker. He's none other than MP, and he's gonna start this first song, and this one is called Love Me So. Check it out.
What's good, people? It's your boy MP. You're now tuned into BM Studios. Let's get it.
Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so. You take my love for granted. You act like you don't want it. I want you to be honest and show me that you want. You look into my eyes and tell me sweet things. Baby, you're my lover, you're my sweet thing. But you never show me real things. You never make me feel things. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me. See, the thing is that you play games that you save face when you sip pray. I don't wanna blur lines anymore than they've already been blurred. So baby, can you give me your word? I swear that that's the least that I deserve. You look into my eyes and tell me sweet things. Baby, you're my lover, you're my sweet thing. But you never show me real things. You never make me feel things. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so. Give me your heart and soul. You better let me know when you wanna love me so.
Man, that was a great performance.
Thank you, man.
I like the way you were just playing that guitar, the way you're serenading that guitar. I'm sure the girls were just like, wow. They'll be screaming around like, oh, who's this guy? And I love your swag, man. Your swag is just
thank you, man.
Next level.
Thank you.
Next level. So you first time I met you, I was sound engineering in Leeds.
Yeah.
and I saw this guy playing the bass.
Yeah.
Then later I called you to come and perform with me at one of my gigs, one of my shows.
Yeah.
And then discovered that this guy is a singer.
Yeah.
He's got an album that is out, and so I just wanna talk more about these
For sure.
things, because I'm quite curious about
No.
about who you are.
Why
So
not?
so you're a multi-instrumentalist. You play different instruments.
Yeah.
You're a music producer as well. Yeah. So how did this journey of music begin?
It started a long time ago.
Yeah.
There was a season where the musicians at our church kind of bailed on us.
Right.
They left us out to dry.
Yeah.
They went on to do other things, maybe university for some people, whatever.
Yeah.
And we had to stand in the gap. We had to kind of pick up where they left off.
Yeah.
And it took us a while, you know, but we got there in the end, and it taught us so much. Some of us stayed and we live and breathe music. We stay, within it.
Yeah.
Some of us do other things and still have like use it as a hobby.
Yeah.
But it was really the foundation for all of our lives, you know, because it was a community. We were coming together, and we learned how to play, and we grew with it. I went on individually to go and produce. That's how I became a producer, because the stuff that I learned from church, I incorporated it into just my own career as well.
I see.
And like it kind of went from there. So now I'm just trying to do more in terms of creating and kind of sort of picking up where we left off in church, which was playing for the glory of God to come down. I want to do that through recorded music as well.
Okay, I see. I see. So there was a lot of in our first episode with Mambo Music, and when we were talking, they kind of had a similar journey in music, coming from church and so forth. Were your parents any ministers by any sort, any chance?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
No, my dad was an aircraft engineer.
Oh, right.
For Air Zimbabwe.
Okay. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And my mom was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
But also very, very spiritual.
Very spiritual.
Yeah.
So you're kind of raised in the spiritual family.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like man, you
Yeah.
need to follow the footsteps, and then you found your own way through music.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. So, coming from church, what made you now say, I'm gonna sing music that is not gospel, and go into secular music?
I wanted to do music in an unconventional way when I left, not when I left the church, but when I, because I still obviously actively go to church and play in church.
Yeah.
But when I stepped out of that space a little bit to hone in on my career when I went to uni, I wanted to sort of create music that was true to me and what I'm going through.
Yeah.
The reason why I tried to go into that space was because I just wanted to speak to what was real to me.
Yeah.
While I was going through it.
Yeah.
Some people, they write in a diary and they express, the feelings of their day or whatever. I put it into my music, and I try and just let that be a release and let that be something I'll now let go of, and I've healed. It's, it's almost my therapy. It is my therapy. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how do people in church see you, when they see this guy is playing in the bars and the clubs and all this, and then on Sunday you are now in church? Because it's something that I've kind of struggled with as well myself. Like like I play in church as well, and sometimes you're in church and it's like but last night I was playing at the club. So how do they see it in your church in that sense?
Well, I can't speak for them. I don't know how they see it.
Yeah.
I don't know the way I'd respond to it. I mean, didn't Jesus preach to prostitutes? And like,
very true. Yeah.
Was he not among sinners?
Exactly.
How do we expect to save people if we don't? We're supposed to be the light in the darkness, among the darkness, right? So
preach, my guy. Preach.
That's what I'm saying, though, isn't it? Like, we're supposed to, get in there to be able to pull people out. That's my whole take on it. So I feel no way about it. I know my calling, and I'm sure of it. You know? So I don't let people judge, or I don't take it.
Amazing. Monashe, you're full of wisdom, man.
Yeah, I
you know, man,
appreciate it.
it's that spiritual wisdom. You know, I can tell the church boy is hitting me. You know, you're opening the verses and all that. I was like,
man.
Man. That's great.
Yeah.
So, you were born in the UK?
Yeah.
Raised in the UK?
Mm-hmm.
And your parents are Zimbabwean?
Yeah.
Down in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
When you said you want to pursue music as a career, how did they receive that?
Like I told them, I wanted to be a terrorist. You know, like, how do you think they took it? They didn't take it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't take it. No.
Yeah, because, you know, I've always found it difficult myself. You know, like, my upbringing was hard. So, you know, African parents, it's
there's no pleasing them. You know.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, they were raised in a time of survival. You know, and you know, really fighting to survive. So for them to crawl out of some of the gutters that they were in and you know, come over here, build and do whatever, you know, it is a blessing. But I think now there shouldn't be so much pressure for your kids to be fighting for survival. I mean, I agree there should be some element of it. But I think, you know, there should also be an element of, like, you're still free to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yes, within reason as well. Like I think because it's music, it's appeared to be something that is, like, you know, forbidden. You know, but really and truly, music is deeper than that. It's bigger than that, and we all have a duty as musicians to continue to spread that message. That music is not only the devil's, you know, playground. It's also it actually belongs to God. You know, it's the voice of God. There's no higher calling than being a maker of music. I believe.
So, wow, that's profound. Man, I can tell that you're a man of your faith, man of your spirit.
Yes, sir.
And deep. You know, I can even tell within your music as well that you know that spiritual element is definitely there. You know.
Man.
But I think in the meantime we're gonna have some more music from you.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just keep our audience entertained. So this is another song from MP, and check it out. I hope you enjoy.
What's good, people? MP again here. You're tuned into BM Studios. Let's get it. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I didn't want you to leave. My buried all through my keys, all through the words that I breathe. You told me not to let you go. Fix you up and now you're in your zone. Oh, you don't need me no more. Why you wanna go and leave me alone? I wear my heart on my sleeve. I didn't want you to leave. My buried all through my keys, all through the words that I breathe. I know at times I can be cold, but I just need you to know you're the heart that makes me whole. You made me wanna give you my all, my all, my all, my all. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I didn't want you to leave. My buried all through my keys, all through the words that I breathe.
That's a great performance.
Much love, man.
Really good.
Much love.
Breathe.
Yes.
Title of the song.
Yeah, that's correct.
Tell me more about it.
What can I say? It's a special song.
Yeah.
I was writing from a place of I'd say vulnerability.
Okay.
You know, I was speaking to, like, the person I was with at that time.
Yeah.
And it was actually, funny thing about the way I made that song, I wasn't, at the time that I was recording it, I wasn't actually feeling that way about the situation.
Yeah.
I'd gotten out of that situation and it was okay. Like everything, peace had been made. But I was still like, I was stemming from that place. When I made the beat, it was like everything, came back just for that moment. And then after it was gone again.
Yeah.
And that's how I record. It's always in like me drawing from experiences that might not have happened today or like yesterday, but they would have happened a long time ago. Yeah. So that's the way it came about. I was just drawing from a past experience, and I wanted to kind of be vulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's a really I love the song. It's really dope track, man.
Yeah,
dope
glad,
track,
man.
Right. So let's talk about your album. So you released your debut album, called Earworm.
That's right.
Yeah. How many tracks do you have on that?
7 tracks.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
7
good. And
tracks.
it's already out.
It's already out.
Spotify and everything.
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, every streaming platform.
Yeah. So what's the what's behind the name Earworm?
When you think earworm, you think something that's catchy.
Right.
Something that is, is playing consistently in your head, even when you don't want it to be playing.
Yeah.
That's what my music is.
Yeah.
It's ear candy. It's filled with, melodies that just touch your soul, and melodies that, make you continue. Because that's what like melodies are like supposed to be.
Yeah.
Is they say melodies actually, they say musicians.
Yeah.
As musicians, we are informed by muses, right?
Right.
Muses are what? Angels.
Yeah.
So the angel gives us a melody, and which is why it's always
constantly.
It's an earwig.
Yeah,
it's an earworm. Yes.
All right, I see.
So it stays, and there's something really divine about it.
I see.
So that's why so many things they grab you. You know what I mean? You don't even know you're singing. Sometimes the worst of what is out there, but the melody, it catches you.
Exactly.
It's divine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
Wow, the whole album is sanctified.
Yeah, it's
divine.
Yeah,
it's spiritual.
Very much so.
And definitely, like the melodies in there.
Yeah,
the guitar lines, the bass lines,
yes,
the keys, man. When I was listening it, I was just like, yeah, this is so cool. I mean, first time you played for me in my car, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
man. So everything is self-produced.
Yeah.
All the instruments there you played yourself.
That's right.
Wow, I mean. Would you ever consider making an album with someone else, or
100%.
or some, because some musicians, they kind of see it as a, they don't like anybody, especially the producer that's self-produced. They just like, I'm just locked in my own zone. Are you also open to ideas of other 100% musicians?
100%. I think why that is because like an artist, when you have a painting, you see it done before it's already on the canvas,
right?
So when people are commenting saying, what you're doing is not, the painting is not finished. I've got an idea of how I want it in my head,
right?
So what I'm saying is not everybody can see inside your head,
true,
to get that painting done, which is why you don't want everybody trying to have a say. So that's why I had to have my first album done by myself, because I wanted it to be mine,
to be done solely, the way you wanted it to be done.
Exactly. So I'm not against collaborating. I love collaboration. I started out singing by collaborating. So I love it, and look out, I'm gonna have something coming soon with a few people. So I'm sure. I mean, what you just said there, it totally makes sense. That like, especially if it's your first
body of project, work. You want to, especially if you play so many instruments, you want it to be done the way you want it to do. Like one of the things on the second episode of the podcast, I was speaking to Jodie, and she was saying sometimes the music, like you've got the music in your head, and sometimes it's lost in translation when you're passing it on to the producer.
100%.
So I guess
he has to see the vision.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So because like once you've done that first project, it's much easier for other producers to kind of understand
what you're going for and who you are. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's brilliant. So I mean, like as as a DIY musician, I like to put it that way. Yeah.
Don't cheapen the brands. You're cheapening the brand.
No. There's no compromise on the quality.
Yeah,
the brand is still great.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But
No, I hear it.
what are some of the challenges that you face as an artist? You know, like throughout the previous episodes, like people they've told me different things, but you know, sometimes I just like to hear a different understanding from another artist. Like, what are some of the challenges as an independent artist?
I think life imitates art a lot of times.
Yeah.
And whenever you're going through something in life, somehow, funnily, it translates into your art, to your music.
Yeah.
And the challenges sometimes for me that I face are wanting to enter into certain doors that sometimes shut as you're about to enter. And for whatever reason, you know, my mentality is never, like, I'm never salty about it. Because I know where one door is closed, the better one is open. So my test within that is, can I be calm enough to accept that this is what it is and not, you know, wall out. So I guess some of the challenges, you know, they just life things, you know. When I made this album, I was like I would say a really low point.
Wow.
A very low point. You know what I mean? Like I was staying on my friend's couch.
Wow.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
Like in the way that, you know, he embraced me. He had no problem with me being there.
Yeah.
But in myself, I knew that, you know, there's things I need to do.
You're right.
So I can only do so much from this couch.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And somehow, by the grace of God, I managed to finish this album.
Wow.
On his couch.
Wow.
Plan a show to showcase the album.
Wow.
Which was basically like a mini concert. If
I
you saw how it turned out.
I saw some vids.
Clips.
That was a really good show.
I appreciate
the presentation was amazing.
I appreciate that. And I can't take the credit because God did that. That's the honest truth. I could have from where I was and how, like, I shouldn't have been able to pull that off.
I mean, there's some points in your life, you know, where you look back and you'll be like, no, it wasn't by my own strength.
Exactly.
It wasn't
exactly.
I couldn't have done this by myself, you know. There was a bigger man inside. And it's a very humble thing to say.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know what? No, I didn't do that. It was the Most High.
Exactly.
You know? And wow, man.
Everything we do, you know, it's not by our might. That's the thing, you know. And it teaches you patience. At the time that I was doing that you know, the album and everything, and not even the album, when I was planning for the listening party, I was so like keen to get everything done, but I wasn't sure how it was going to get done. So there's a lot of times I was kind of doubting myself and doubting the situation. And I remember, like, God was speaking to me in different ways. I'd go to the barber and, you know, I'm hearing them playing, you know, I Don't Mind Waiting. You know the song. And it's like, and bear in mind, the barber, you know, this is a Jamaican. They rarely play gospel unless it's like a Caribbean remix or something. But it was the track, and I'm just there, and I'm like, what are you trying to say? You know, but what he was trying to say was, be still. Be still. Know that I am God, and I'll prove myself. You know, and he did, because honestly, the way it turned out, you know, people were even saying to me like, you either had a lot of money or a lot of relationships. And I said, you know, I had a lot of God. And relationships too. You know? So it was a blessing.
I mean, judging from what I saw, that was, even judging from the whole project, you can tell that God was in it. God did. But I mean, I think still on the lighter moment of this, I want to hear one more song from you.
Let's do it.
Keep us entertained. What's the name of this next song?
This one is called Through It All.
Through It All.
Yes.
Wow. I think does this have to do with God? Through it all? Or
most definitely. It's a vow. So definitely.
It's a vow.
It's a vow before God.
Cool.
You know?
It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another track. It's called Through It All. I hope you enjoy it.
love and to cherish, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. I grew up in a family of four. Two pops were shown the door. His day of reckoning approached, affliction evermore. That's what my mother thought. He dropped the set, I stopped. School was a distant chore. I remember feeling low. Tears escaped my organ sight. Felt my sister hold me tight. She told me everything is fine, promise we'll be alright. Tell you the truth, I didn't believe her in the slightest mind. Too busy thinking father's gone, leaving me behind. Still welcomed her embrace, wiped away my pain. Finding comfort in the fact I still carried his name. I'd inherit his brains, then my perspective changed. Saw life a little different. See when a tiger flashes teeth, don't mistake that for a smile. Some things that seem away till you get closer, hear the growl. Then watch him proud, but the bow always breaks. Don't forget you made a vow. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. Pour this while I painted Mara as the villain. Lord as my witness, the sins of the father trickle down into your armor. I harbored anger and faced the karma. I seen my fair share of drama. Cue the pizzicato, now let the good times roll. It was years before my mother told me how it took a toll. I guess the kid didn't really need to know. Now the kid knows and puts his soul up in his flows. I consider myself a poet, a wordsmith if you like, or an architect, a song, a spirit living a human life. So any strife that I encounter shall not be my demise. The righteous shall prevail, Christ paid the price. In hindsight, the straw that broke my camel's back was a lack of character coursing through my veins. But I am not the same, I walk a different lane. I'll talk to the Lord, show me a different way. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. Do it all, do it all. To love and to cherish, to have and to hold. To love.
Man, I love the rapping.
Love, man.
You know, like you know, like through your music, I can just tell how versatile you are. You know, a bit of singing, a bit of rapping, a bit of the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, like it's amazing. So, you classify your music as Afro R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's right.
I mean, what are some of the influences that made you, you know, sit in this type of genre?
I'd say, you know, different African artists.
Yeah.
You know, like growing up. I'm trying to even think of any names specifically, because it's all been, for me, I can never, the struggle for me is just stemming or directly trying to pinpoint where something came from. But different African artists, gospel artists mostly, actually, and then you know, a few secular, and R&B, same thing, mostly secular artists. But the R&B, they always got me because the melody again, divine melodies, like they have these melodies that, you know, really grab you and really stay with you, especially with the lines that they are writing as well. It cuts deeper. So that with the R&B, it worked. And then the hip hop, you know, that's just kind of, for me, like I like to sing. I love to sing, but when I rap, I feel like, you know, it's more confessional. Like, although the vocal is still vulnerable, the rapping, it's more like a, you know, cloth talk. Like you can kind of just let some, you know, let something off your chest, kind of a thing. So that's where they all kind of fit in. I can't pinpoint exactly where, because it's just a mixture. You know, I really listen to specific people. So
I guess if you're a musician, because I do it myself sometimes. Like as a musician, like you just appreciate good music.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes it just may be a guitar riff that just like, oh, I love that guitar riff. Sometimes it could be a drum feel or whatever, you know, and so then you just kind of grab those little elements
mix.
and then it makes your sound.
Exactly.
In that sense.
Exactly.
Wow, that's great, man. That's really great. So so the people out there, how if they want to know more about you, where can they check you out?
You can find me on social media.
Yeah.
By MP the Hitmaker.
MP the Hitmaker.
Yes.
Surely the Hitmaker.
Surely the
Yes.
Hitmaker. Yes. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. And then obviously YouTube, things like that. MP the Hitmaker as well.
Okay.
Spotify would be MP.
MP.
Yes, just
Okay.
MP on its own.
Okay.
You find everything there.
Yeah. I'm sure our audience won't remember all this, but if you didn't catch it, we'll put all his links on our description. So if you want to hear more from MP, all his links are going to be in our description. MP,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much for visiting us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to BM Studios, and thank you for gracing us with your talent. I know you're a busy guy. You came all the way from Bradford, and man, I really appreciate you. I wish you all the best in the music.
I appreciate
Is
it.
there any last words you want to say to the people out there?
No, I have to say to you, thank you as well, because what you're doing here is huge, man.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
You're working and you're really building up the community. I can see it.
Thanks, man.
And I'm sure, very soon people will really see what BM Studios is about.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
BM Studios, guys, please check it out. It is the place to be, you know. And the BM Studios wouldn't be BM Studios without talents like yours, you know what I mean?
Appreciate
So, you coming here, I appreciate it. Without you guys, there wouldn't be this. So,
100%.
Thank you very much. Munashe,
Anytime.
MP.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I know you personally.
Yeah.
So, let's call you Munashe.
Yeah.
MP the Hitmaker.
Yes, sir.
Please keep on working.
100%.
Keep on giving us those hits. And I'll be so looking forward to your future projects. But in the meantime, guys, check out Eowam, his latest album, Dope Track, written by a real musician. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
MP.
Much love.
Thank
Appreciate
you, my guy.
brother.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
All the best.
Much love.
Right, take care.
My guy.
Yes, thanks.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
To love and to cherish, to have and to hold, to love and